Okay, hello and welcome back to another episode of Vault Hunters Plus 1.18 Tinker's Edition. So, we're only allowed to use Tinker stuff, which means that since we're starting to get a little underleveled, even with pretty much the best swords in the game, we're gonna need to add something different, and that's gonna be using the Avaritia mod. What we're gonna have to start off doing is crafting an extreme crafting table, which is a compressed crafting table, which is 9 crafting tables, and crystal matrix ingots, which are diamond lattice, nether stars, and more diamond lattice. So nether stars, thankfully, I do have some nether star seeds that are giving us infinite nether stars, and I also have diamond seeds, which are giving us diamonds. But the main issue with that being, we're just not producing an insane amount like we're gonna need. We should be able to produce enough for right now, so we've got enough. I already have some in here, so we'll be able to craft up our extreme crafting table. And the extreme crafting table is it is a 9 by 9 crafting grid. It is a massive, insane crafting grid, and what we're gonna use it for is crafting up some things. So we're gonna need a neutron collector, which is a bunch of blocks of iron. So we need iron. 27 blocks should be enough, right? Yeah, we've got enough iron. We need some quartz, we need some redstone, and crystal matrix. So crystal matrix. Do I have quartz? Do I have enough quartz? Block of quartz. Then I need a redstone. So redstone, and that should be enough. Fingers crossed. That is going to craft us up a neutron collector, which will passively generate us neutron. It generates it very slowly, so we're gonna have to craft up a couple more. Give me one moment. Okay, got a couple more, 5 more, in fact. So what we'll be able to do is just have a little bank of them right here. And that one's at 10% now. I've already got 1 piece of dust, but they will generate the neutronium pile of neutrons, which you craft into neutronium nuggets, which you craft into a neutronium ingot. And you need those to make the neutronium compressor with neutronium, iron, crystal matrix. Everything else is relatively easy other than the neutronium itself. And then for this is a modifier that creates arrows out of thin air that chase targets and explode on impact. It's kind of crazy. And we'll be adding that to our bow, of course, after we go through and we take care of making the infinity catalyst, which is what we really need, which is 1 diamond lattice, 1 crystal matrix, 1 pile of neutrons, 1 neutronium nugget, 1 neutronium ingot, 1 record fragment, 1 iron singularity, which is 400 iron, 1 lapis singularity, which is 200 lapis, redstone, which is 200 redstone, quartz, which is 200 quartz, diamond, which is 300 diamonds, emerald, which is 200 emeralds, copper, which is 400 copper, tin, which is 400 tin blocks, lead, which is 300 lead blocks, silver, which is 300 silver blocks, and nickel, which is 400 nickel blocks. And we use that in order to make the infinity ingots, which are a total of, what's that, 7, 8, 15 infinity catalysts, a bunch of neutronium ingots, and a bunch of crystal matrix. And that is what we use in order to make the very best mod ever. So that is how you get infinity, which gives you infinity durability, infinity mining tier, mining speed infinity, melee damage infinity, cataclysmic, adds 5 extra upgrades and 1 ability, unbreakable, headshot, enemies instantly die, instamine, blocks instantly break when hit, you can harvest bedrock, and you have luck 10, as well as all these are 9999. So it's quite insane, but it's going to take us quite some time to get there. We're just gonna wait, but in the meantime, I think I have this area chunk loaded. How do I chunk load it? There we go. Chunk load all of this area down here. Don't even worry about it. There we go. All chunk force loaded, so they will be loaded in even when we are in the vault. So now what we'll be able to do is run ourselves just a quick little vault run right here. Grab you, grab a seal. We'll do a seal a scout. We'll do a scout run. And that is a Light the Braziers vault. And now, it's time to run ourselves a quick little vault while we wait. See what kind of loot we'll get while we wait for our neutrons to collect. Now we just banged our head into that little wall, but that's all good. Because what we'll be able to do now, just casually mark our entrance. It is prosperous, which means that we will guarantee an artifact from it, which is pretty swiggity sweet. And all we need to do is just make sure that we complete it. So, come on, why is my sword not doing anything? Think I found out what the problem was. Shit, we are on, wait, what? We are on there we go. The swords are fixed. I can now actually attack with them. Don't have to worry about things going dumb. But what I do have to worry about is just getting enough things to complete this vault. Because again, it is not the best for XP, but we can at least get some relatively good loot from it due to just the modifiers, and we guarantee an artifact. We want to just complete it as quick as we can to get that artifact for free. Because free artifacts are quite rare. We've only gotten like 3 total. So I think we just head straight forward. We go until right here should be good. We go down, check it out. There it is. Generous extra item quantity. You'll love to see it. Just take care of all the mobs really quick. They don't really bother us. We grab all the specialty stuff. Dark horror, deep dark horror. Okay. Just gotta take care of the deep dark horrors. Deep dark skeletons. You forget my range exceeds your expectations, young sir. Young Padawan boy. There we go. And we've already accomplished the goal for that room. So now we're just gonna circle back around. We're gonna do this a little circuitously, and what that means, if you didn't know what circuitously means, we're essentially taking the scenic route for going about this. Also, this guy has a lot of health, so we're gonna have to take care of him and hopefully not die. Shoot, he hits us for like 5 hearts a hit. That's a little bit much, but it's all good because we're just better. We're built different. We are built different. That's a baby. Okay, hello child. Why are you a strong child? Why is the baby so strong? Okay, ow, that guy actually... Stop hitting me for so much damage, dude. You're actually hurting me. We get the living chest, free Omega living chest. You'll love to see it. And the other ones are kind of trash. Why is that common one better than the Omega one? Anyway, we got that taken care of. We should be able to just go down here and continue going this direction, getting ourselves a free little injured. Are there any rare versions of chests? It does not seem like that would be the case. Which means that, it seems as though we must head downward in order to get ourselves some more living chests, but also procure ourselves the better variables from the little brazier? Okay, how do you pronounce that word? Leave it in the comments, because I do not know. I pronounce it brazier, but I know that's like another word for women's, a type of women's undergarment. So like, I don't actually know, but if you do, please leave it in the comments, because I'm very confused. Anywho, get a little extra copious. Okay. Couple extra mobs. I do want to take care of them, because free loot. And what I mean by free loot, I mean just free XP. It doesn't actually give us any loot other than the specialty mobs, but overall it will help us greatly in dictating and acquiring all of the things that we need to properly succeed in our mission. So we shall head downwards, then we come over here, we take care of the deep dark horror boy. Infinite crit chain, infinite crit chain, infinite crit chain. I'm just better. Hello. Tool has reached tooltip level 0. So, is that, which tool is that? Wait, why is it the one in our offhand that's gaining so much more XP? I thought wait, so we're 146.6 thousand. 146.6, 146.7 versus 284. I don't know how these guys are gaining so much XP, but they are. That's kind of crazy. Is it up here, though? It is. Oh, we already activated that one. You know, that makes sense. I should have hazarded to guess that we've already activated that one, which means we've already activated that one, which means that we need to activate this one in succession. It also seems to be up here. We're going to grab a couple more. We're just going to run through and grab them because they will give us potentially the best loot and they give us extra modifiers, but that was the final bonus modifier that we're really going to get from this vault. So it doesn't look like the other one is up here. We're going to head down. Of course, they will injure us or hurt us a little bit, but the things that we can potentially gain from them are so much better than the hurt that we will face from them that it is just worth doing. So let's see what we can get. Come on now. Perfect. Of course, you have a potential to get nothing, which is suboptimal to say the least. but it's all good because now what we get to do is we just get to head through. You go into each room separately. You just come down here, take care of the mobs. We get extra mob XP. Of course, I will be running a specialty vault with so many mobs in the next episode, so stay tuned for that because that one's gonna be wild. But yeah, there's an interesting trade-off for the negative modifiers to the positive modifiers, just due to how I have to do it because of certain changes in the way that this mod pack works compared to the previous. But overall, it will be pretty similar to what we did when we ran a vault with nigh on hundreds of thousands of mobs. And I am a little bit concerned because potentially that could be a threat to us, just due to the sheer amount of mobs and how much damage they'll deal. But we should be able to make it through, and I'm looking greatly forward to that. And hopefully after completing this vault, after we get a couple more of the little totemy things, whatever they're called, where are they? I need the breezers. Fetch me their souls. Okay, cool. Just gonna take care of y'all real quick. Take care of y'all real quick. Oh, we got hit by a soul vulture, that's why. Makes sense. Anywho, I think that just means we get to go this way, and then we're about to get out of this vault, because I think this is our, this is our starting room, which means we just go back over here. We take a look at our
narrator.
Oh my gosh.
Narrator.
Nope.
Narrator. Off.
Take a look at our haul. Got some vault platinum, some vault silver, a bunch of vault gear. Overall, not terrible. But hopefully, we got ourselves some more of the stuff. So, pile of neutrons, 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 pile of neutrons. I'm gonna need to craft up a ton more of these guys and wait a little bit, so give me one moment, please. This is gonna take a while. Okay, well, we've got all these guys taken care of, which means I guess we'll open up our Brazier crate and wait a little longer. We did get an unidentified artifact, which we are gonna save for the end of the episode. But we can roll all the little pieces of vault gear that we got. We also got a magnet, level 68. A little unfortunate that we got so close, yet so far from the 69. But overall, I'm not upset in the slightest. And we should be able to get something relatively nice. I do have everything infinitely recycling there if we need it. Didn't really get anything great from that. We got the rare Vault X from that. But overall, kind of a good haul. I mean, again, we didn't loot very many chests, so it can't be compared to anything insane. But we did get relatively good loot for such a short vault, and I'm overall very happy. Of course, the soul diffuser is diffusing all of our old stuff, so we can actually craft up a bunch of soul shards that we can use in the soul, or the black market, rather. It's not the soul vendor. But we are going to be saving these guys for a future episode, so stay tuned for that as well, because I think that video is going to be quite interesting. But again, it's going to take a little bit for me to work on it, so please be patient. What I should also get doing, I guess, is get ourselves some record fragments. So do I have any music discs? No, I don't. I guess we're going to have to farm some. Well, I have hereby decided that since everything's taking too long, we're also going to craft up a Philosopher's Stone in order to start that track of going down that path, which will be quite nice. But what we can do then is if we go and we do Project E, then we'll be able to craft ourselves a transmutation table, solve our Philosopher's Stone, which means that when we craft up a transmutation tablet, perchance. Transmutation tablet, we need dark matter, which is Eternalist fuel, which is Mobius fuel, which is just coal. We're gonna need a bunch of coal, which is not an issue. Go and do it like this. Get ourselves some alchemical coal. We then will craft that up into some Mobius fuel, which will then craft up into Eternalist fuel. We don't have enough yet because I need more coal. We'll do a couple more stacks of coal into, of course, alchemical coal, which will then be, of course, turned into Mobius fuel, which will then be turned into Eternalist fuel, which will then be, so we got diamonds, we can get a bunch of diamonds now, we go there, Get ourselves a block of diamond, just casually surround it with that, and we get a piece of dark matter. Then we can do is we get our transmutation table. We'll put you on top of that. Chuck our dark matter in there. We chuck our eternalist fuel in there. Then what we can do is we can start by chucking in a bunch of things that we don't ever use, like our bones. We can also chuck in a bunch of other things that we don't use, such as grout's kind of useless. That's kind of useless. Emeralds are good, right? But I don't have infinite emeralds is the issue, but we do have infinite diamonds. I can start by making ourselves a diamond farm and utilizing that to get infinite of that. But for now, we've also got dark matter, which is good because we've got a bunch of dark matter now. I guess we can also take nether stars because nether stars have quite a lot of EMC. We can chuck our nether stars in there. We can chuck a dark matter block in there. So we get another dark matter block, another dark matter block. Then we can create another transmutation table, which will then get crafted into a transmutation tablet so that we don't have to walk around with it. We can just carry it around, which will go in our inventory. And now we don't really need to worry about that per se, but we can still worry about getting all of the other things taken care of. Namely being, of course, these guys are going to take a while. So what are we at for pile of neutrons? So we got 36, which means we have now neutrons, 4 neutronium nuggets, which is insanely low. We gotta up our numbers, but it's gonna take a while for us to do that. Also, that's why I had to get the metallurgic infuser, because we needed actual things for the what was it? It's for something. Oh yeah, it's for this. We needed steel blocks to make the infinity catalyst, as well as Enderium. Enderium's fine to make. You can alloy it in the smeltery, but the other thing had to take a back seat for a second. But now that we've got this, what we can do is we can just utilize it just like so and get infinite stuff. And now we gotta wait a little longer for the neutrons to collect. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's been a couple days. We have 11 total neutronium. So we've got our first piece of neutronium ingot, which is what we need for the infinity catalyst. So now we just need everything else. So we get neutrons, we get 1 small pile of neutrons, we get 1 of you, we get a disc, music disc. We take a music disc, we get some record fragments from it, and we get ourselves a singular record fragment. What else do we need? We need a crystal matrix ingot. Shoot, we need to actually make ourselves a neutronium compressor first, so we need iron again. Good thing we now have iron seeds, because I decided to make all of those seeds that we're going to potentially need for this. So we've got iron seeds now. Get ourselves a bunch of blocks of iron for that. Then we also need hoppers. Do I have hoppers? I should have hoppers. 3. Is 3 going to be enough? We need exactly 3. Okay. Then we need a bunch more neutronium. We need crystal matrix. I need 8 crystal matrix and 2 blocks of redstone. So, redstone, 2 blocks of redstone, and then we need ourselves crystal. Shoot, we don't have any crystal matrix ingots. We're gonna need to make some then. Good thing we've got plenty of diamonds. We're about to get even more though. We get ourselves some of those. Get ourselves our nether star shards all crafted up. We get ourselves a couple more nether stars. Just easy, simple. You'll love to see it. Super nice and simple. 3 crystal matrix ingots. We can chuck those in there. Then what we can do is we can take our nether stars. We can actually grab all of them out. We can also grab the netherite scrap and everything else that is high EMC. We get our emerald seeds. Did I not get emerald seeds taken care of? Do I not have emerald seeds? I swear I have emerald seeds somewhere. Emerald seeds. Bruh. Do I have a cable left? Okay, fun. We'll use you. Come on now. There we go. We grab ourselves a little bit of a cable. Fix that little blunder so that we can get our emeralds and stuff. There we go. Emerald essence. We get a bunch of emeralds. We chuck them all in there. Then we get ourselves our 8 crystal matrix ingots. 7, 8. Now, all we really need... Oh, shoot. I'm missing 2 more crystal matrix ingots because we need 10 instead. I forgot I didn't see those guys at the bottom. And then now we're just waiting on the neutronium. So, now we wait, I guess. Okay, I decided that what I was going to do is add EMC. So, I thought a fair thing for a neutronium, a pile of neutrons would be 1 million then neutronium ingots at 81 million. Of course, it is recursive the way that that works. So now we'll be able to get a couple neutronium, although it is going incredibly slow. So we get ourselves some stuff. Let's first craft up all these guys. 48 nether star shards into nether stars. Of course, we get our diamond essence. Craft all that up. We get all that chucked in here. We'll be able to get 3 total still, because, oh my gosh, these guys are so expensive. 81 million is a lot. It's not insane, but at that rate, that is going to be incredible, because 1 million is like 200 diamonds. Each diamond's only 800. So some of the things didn't want to properly EMC, so Vault Essence didn't want to EMC properly. Actually, no, it didn't. It didn't. So originally I was going to put Vault Essence in as an EMCable thing. Vault Apples are, but I'm not going to get rid of all of them because I do want to utilize them a little bit. I didn't add anything else crazy, so we can't like duplicate knowledge stars using that, but I did add Vault Stone just so we can get rid of some of our Vault Stone because it's just an easy way to get rid of it. And it also just means we get infinite Vault Rocks, which is okay with me. I don't really have an issue with infinite Vault Rocks. Anyway, we'll get a bunch of Lapis. Lapis, the issue with it being, it's just not dense, EMC-wise. So it is going to take a while, but we still need more stuff. So we've got Insanium, Diamond, Diamond, Diamond. I think what I'm going to do, I think I have Nether... I have one more thing of Nether Star Seeds that I think I'm going to replace with that guy, just so we get a little bit more. But it's still kind of just a waiting game, so we just gotta wait until we get a total of... How much do I need, actually, for the neutronium compressor? I need 14, 15, 16... I need a total of 25 neutronium, which is going to be absurd, so please be patient. I will get it as soon as I can, but this is gonna take a while. Okay, funnily enough, at this stage, we are actually producing more we're getting more piles of neutrons than we are actually EMC from everything else combined. So even throwing away all this stuff, we're still not getting as many as we need to be sustainable. So this is going to be quite interesting. It's going to take a little bit, but we should be able to, over time, get enough to get it. It's just gonna, again, it's taking me so long. Okay, it's been a couple days again. We finally got our first block. I had to make a whole nother area for these guys to generate even more neutron, or piles of neutrons. But it is taking its sweet time, so we still need a total of, what, like 15 more? Oh my gosh, this is gonna take forever. One thing that I also realized is that we're not even gonna get to make the singularities, because when I try and craft these guys into the silver, I need thermal expansion, which is a mod that we don't have, and a mod that's going to cost us 16 knowledge stars. So I think Vault Diamond wise, thankfully they do have an EMC that I added, but it is 32,000 per, which is like 4 times that of diamonds. So it's quite high, but it's not anything that we have to crazily worry about. The main issue is of course going to be knowledge shard stars, but I don't know what we're at right now. So let's see what we're at for the Beniatite. 22 perfect Beniatite, which is going to give us 5, but is 5 not enough? Not nearly. We need so much more than just 5. And so it looks like we're gonna have to go on some vault runs. Thankfully, though, I do have a bunch of this stuff, and we're gonna need to go for Plentiful to get as many of these guys as possible, because I will not rest until we have this goal accomplished. So we've got 20 Plentiful, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 should be good enough. I mean, ideally, I would like to add some accustomed to add extra XP, but it's not something that's necessary. Rock, what are we at right now, Vault Rock-wise? We're fine for Vault Rocks. We are getting quite a bit of pile of neutrons now, but it's still nothing incredible just because of how long it takes for us to get them. But let's see, what other catalysts do we have? Catalysts. We got some catalyst fragments, which I guess we can... Catalyst fragments. We can craft up some more using these guys, and craft up even more, which is fine. but it is going to be something that we run out of eventually, and we're still very low on Bennyatite, so what are we at Benny-wise? Bennyatite. I want to use all the stuff I can in order to get even more Bennyatite for this vault, so we're going to go 1 extended, 2 extended, 3 extended just in case we get time reductions, so hopefully this should be good enough. So now let's get all these catalysts on here. 25 plentiful, which will give us a total increase of quite a lot of ores. The reason I am doing it in an anvil, by the way, is because we have a passive like 50% chance to knock off the random negative modifier. But if you put them all on at once, then you only get a 50% chance to knock off 1 random negative modifier. So we're doing them all in here just to see how many negatives we can push off. Out of 26, or 28, we got 6 random. Okay, so it might be a little higher than I just said. User 60%. Okay, it's 60%. That's more than 60%, unless I'm mistaken. I think that 6 out of 28 is a little bit less than, you know, I'm not hating, I appreciate, but like, come on now. Anywho, we are going to be able to, due to, shoot, I forget I can fly, just temporarily, of course, but I do want to make sure that we get that guy clicked out. Of course, doesn't really matter what we have in our inventory, because we're not going to die. Realistically, it's not something that we do, but let's just make sure we've got our ores. Of course, Bennyatite and Larimar, the only things we're allowed to activate. I'm even going to disable Larimar, just so we can go perfectly for Bennyatite. Let's head in and see what we get. Of course, we will get the double of everything, but fingers crossed, this should go well. Ooh, not only is it a 2x draining, 1x ruthless, chunky mobs, 25x plentiful, getting 500% extra ores, 3 extra minutes. Mobs are a little faster, we have less trap disarm, but that doesn't matter. But on top of that is a Hunt the Guardians vault. So that means that what we'll be able to do in here, of course, flight is disabled in the vaults. We're just not going to worry about any mobs because they don't really entice us at all. We're mostly looking out for up here, and everywhere else is going to be... Huh? I've flight disabled. How am I flying? Huh? What? I'm so confused. Okay, how am I... Okay, if I disable flight, why am I flying? I'm so confused. I have no idea what just happened, but I think I fixed it. I just had to reload the world, and it is working fine now. That would have been incredible if only I had decided to not utilize flight in this series, just because it's super just unfair overall. Of course, we're not able to completely use the Vault X-Ray at all times, but we are able to utilize it just for finding some things every minute or so. So, of course, we're just gonna come over here, take care of all these mobs. Of course, they're gonna have swords and stuff. And the issue that we're facing right now is that our armor is actually not good enough, which I know sounds a little surprising, but it isn't. It just isn't. And that is mostly just due to the fact that Tinker's armor is just not as good base armor-wise as the Vault armor. You're not going to have like 30 armor bars. Right now we have 27, which is quite high, but we're not going to have like 40 or 50 or infinite, because that's just not how Tinker's armor works. Tinker's armor works with, you get a good base modifier, and then you get a bunch of other good stuff. Also, this guy having thorns is probably the most dangerous thing that we could face, because that means that every time we hit him, we are taking a percentage of our damage, which means every time I hit him, I'm taking about 3.5 hearts of damage to 10 hearts of damage, which is unfortunate. And if we potentially crit, or if he crit on that, that would potentially be very dangerous, but thankfully we didn't, and we didn't have to worry about that. And so we're able to kind of just utilize this vault As a little bit of an ore room, we don't really have to worry about anything crazy in particular, because we don't even need to complete the vault, although I would like to, but I didn't attune the Vault X-ray to that, so we're not able to just change it to searching for whatever, because again, that has to be decided before we head into the vault, and I have to disclose that before I use it, so that we're not cheating or doing anything kind of cringe or annoying. So now then, now that we've got all that words taken care of, we can take care of the little zombie boy over here. Come on now. Okay, let's see, what kind of ores are down here? Beniatite's great, you'll love to see it. Of course, there's a little bit of Larimar, but that's not really an issue. Larimar is, again, something that's quite nice, although it being quite rare is a little more difficult, but thankfully, getting plenty of Beniatite to justify making more of these vaults into the future. Of course, the more vaults that we do like this, and the more other things that we get, the better it is going to be for the content, because we can make even stupider, even crazier, even more intense vaults. And also, I'm not going to be taking the angel modifier or the angel expertise because, again, it's just not good, especially compared to the fact that it takes away our creative flight from the mod that I have added pretty much specifically to do that. So we're just not gonna mess with it. We're not gonna bother with it. As it is right now, it's good enough, and that's good enough for me. So we're just gonna come over here. We're gonna grab you guys. Smaller POI, but again, pretty good. What level are our swords at currently? Because I'm pretty sure that one sword, yeah, so 18, almost 190k on the other one, which is good. They're kind of averaging out now, which is good. You like to see it, because it is a little bit of a pain when they were so unaveraged, but it looks like we already have a path to go through for the next 2 rooms, and I think that we're just gonna head out. Actually, never mind, we might try and complete it. The Bruiser Guardians have quite a bit of health, though. They are a little scary. Anywho, we got one ore POI right down over here, and one up there that we're just gonna yoinksy-doodle a little bit of stuff from. Of course, that guy, really nice and simple. I love it when we're able to actually fight the Guardians, because this is, again, it just has some nostalgia for me, because it is the first vault type that really existed in this mod pack. Of course, it did change quite a bit throughout the generations, and I'm working on a video showcasing how much Vault Hunters 1.18 has actually changed over the editions, like over the versions, and the kind of exploits and things that you could do back in the day, because I did a lot of them, I found quite a lot of them, and I was kind of a pioneer in that, and I really enjoyed it, because it was kind of stupid, it was kind of goofy. Not everyone enjoyed it, some people really were upset at me for disseminating that kind of information, but, you know, people gotta know. I did it primarily just because content's fun, and I enjoy doing this. And if you enjoy me doing this, and continuing to do crazy stupid things because I feel like it, then please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I will continue to do these things with or without you, but if you support me, I'd really appreciate it. If you don't want to support me, you don't have to, but, you know, if you do, that's cool too, so thank you. Also, if there's, like, mod tutorials you guys want to see, just, like, put them in the comments, because I will check them out for the most part. I mean, I'm not perfect with it, but I will check them out, and most of the time they're quite fun to make, so I will do my best. Anywho, what I think we're gonna do is we're just gonna run through a bunch of these rooms, because there's not a ton more ores. I mean, we'll get that big POI, and we'll see if we can see anything else, but primarily then I think we're just gonna search through for the, what are they called? What are they called? Hunt the Guardians. They're obelisks, that's the word I forgot. So we'll be able to go through and get a bunch of the obelisks that we need, and that'll be quite nice. But of course, that is very idyllic, and hopefully we'll be able to complete it, but I'm not perfectly on that guaranteed, just because, again, obelisks are quite a bit more rare in this version than they are in any other. Even though I say that and I immediately find another one, but, you know, these guys actually do a decent amount of damage, so we gotta be aware. Just gotta take care of the bruisers first. The Arbalist Guardians are quite good as well, but we're mostly just gonna go a little bit of a circuitous route. That is a magic card if you guys wanted to know. I do play Magic the Gathering. I will maybe be making some content on that in the future on my second channel, Cactus Plus, so if you like seeing Magic the Gathering content, then please let me know. Because I do that. I also make gecko content on my other channel, my gecko channel, called Noble's Geckos. It's just where I post content of my animals. I love my animals. They're great. And I'm working with some interesting geckos that not a lot of people enjoy nearly as much as me, just because I am very unique in my tastes. And I also have a unique take on why I think they're so spectacular. So if you do want to see that, then just go check it out. It's nice. I will probably start putting my links to other channels in the description, but overall it's not something that you guys need to check out. It's just something that if you're interested, I do recommend checking out, as well as just like tips and tricks on how you can best take care of and get stuff taken care of for as cheap as possible, because I am a cheapskate and I enjoy saving money because money is good. Anywho, let's grab all you guys. Just a couple ores down there. You'll love to see it. Almost missed out on all these guys, but thankfully I decided to be a little greedy boy and try and see what I could find down here in order to get potentially another of the obelisks, although it does not look like we were able to find another one, but potentially we can find one in here. Nope, doesn't look like it, although that room is quite good for getting a bunch of less niche and more just necessary, you know, basic pieces of loot. Also, this guy is a champion mob and there's a blight mob right next to him, so we'll take care of you guys just real quick, because the champion mobs give good XP, and overall they are very, very helpful in just the ecosystem of looting, because you get some really good stuff. You have a chance to get pogs, and even sometimes you have a small chance to get an omega pog or potentially an echo pog, both of which are exceedingly rare special items that you want to get. This looks like a little trader village, which actually it's just a normal village. We're just going to ignore that for now, because again, we are going for strictly ores and obelisks. Of course, living chests as well, because we do need a bunch of knowledge stars, but that is something that we are going to neglect a little bit, just due to not having a ton of time. 15 minutes left in the vault. I know I did miss a beniatite over there. Getting each individual ore is not as valuable as getting through each POI quick and as painless as we can. Of course, the player gems. Player gems. Holy voice crack. I need some water. Give me one moment, please. Water has been acquired, so now we're able to just go up here. Can I jump all the way up here? I can maybe add more jumps to my double jump, although that will cost me my ability slots on my boots, but it might actually be worth it, just because, I mean, it costs one ability slot per. We're not really low on anything, but I can level up my armor a little more. Do I have any ability slots on my boots, though? One upgrade slot. I mean, I guess soon I'll be getting the cataclysmic thing, which gives 5 upgrades and 1 ability per, so I can probably just leave it at that, but I don't exactly know. Okay, I did almost miss a POI up here. So the reason why we get the heavy crit sounds when we are behind them is because we get backstabbing, which is another modifier we have on our actual swords. And backstabbing just increases damage from the hits from the rear. Of course, it's quite good, but it's not insane, so I don't recommend it unless you have an excess amount of modifiers to put on your swords. And if you want to play this mod pack, it is in the description. You will have to download it and import it though, just due to me not being great with mod packs. And what I mean by that is not me being dumb. I just don't know how to code, and so Curseforge won't let me post it because I use just the normal Vault Hunters mod pack with add-ons, and that's not considered good enough for, like, creative licensing, so not able to do that, but, you know, itty what itty, it's all good. And I guess what we can do, there's another Orpeo right up here. Shoot. Can I reach all of them from up here? Actually, what I can do is I can just build up here, and then I can just do this. And we get all of them real quick, easy, just like that. Then what we'll do is we'll come over here. Bone POI, nothing down here is what we want up here. Does not look like it, so we will head this direction because that's exactly what we wanted. So now we'll be able to take care of... You know what? I gotta show this Arbalist Guardian that I'm better. Look, dude, my bow's better. Okay, my arrows bounce off of you. That's not fair. That's not cool. That's not cool at all, bruh. Well, you know, I guess it's okay, because I did get to murder your family. So, you know, we're even, I think, maybe. I did slay your entire family tree, so, you know, you're valid in being mad. I kind of understand it now. Anakin Skywalkered your younglings. You know, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. And our final one. So we're actually able to complete this vault, which is crazy good. I love it. Although there's so many mobs, I randomly tabbed into a loom there. There's one more. Bro's down. How did bro get down there? Anyway, we're just gonna seal some ores on our way out. Because that guy will die eventually, just due to being hit by my poison. Because my poison does not leave forever. So, I'm just gonna take care of you. Vault completed. I don't know how much XP we're gonna get for this vault, but I do want to grab you guys real quick. And we got 3 seconds, so I'm gonna grab some knowledge essence, some burger ingredients. And that is that vault, 429,000 vault XP. We mined a total of 3,666 ores, which is pretty insane. Let's reactivate flights. Let's do this guy. Let's see what we get from you. Let's see what we get from you. That's that. We got a bunch of these ores. We'll go through them into the future, but for now, we just want to focus on... Shoot, I just... tablet. I just want to focus on the rarer ones, of course, because the other ones are not super useful. I'm just gonna keep it 100% honest with you. They're not super useful. And that's okay. It's alright. They're just not great. Anywho, we're also going to add you, create stone type, steep slate, cool, get rid of you. Actually, I like dripstone. We're gonna keep getting dripstone from the vaults, but the other stuff can just skedaddle, because I don't care about it. I'm just gonna chuck the rest of that stuff in there. But what are we at for the neutrons? We got a bunch of them, so now we're able to click all that in. We're able to get a ton more, but that is still not enough even for that. That's insane. We still do not have enough, even after all of that time in the vault, going through all that, getting all these ores. We got so much. We got almost 500, 495 Larimar ore, 246 Beniatite ore, 6 Bomb Ignite, 10 Escalium, 4 Echo, 10 Sparkletine, 9 Ashium, 11 Tubium, 8 Xenium, 9 Opaline, 11 Gorgonite, 43 Black Opal, 10 Pizzanite. Of course, we're gonna go through all these ores here in a second. Let me get rid of everything else. We got 150 Beniatite. Oh my gosh. Let me just get everything else taken out of our backpack real quick. There we go. And now in our backpack, we just have all of these ores that we're gonna open up. Alexandrite, I guess we can get rid of, and we can mine everything else. Except for Black Opal, because Black Opal's kind of meh. But we did get 4 Echo, which is incredible. We also have all these materials. We're still waiting on some more stuff, but we did get a bunch of these, so maybe we can craft up enough Nether Stars to be able to fully get what we need. So come on now. Bunch of stacks and other stars. We got one more ingot. We just need singular another ingot. Actually, we need two. Shoot. Pile of neutrons. Cool. Now we just gotta wait a little bit longer, but we can at least mine these guys in the meantime. So let's get them placed just down here like so. Really pretty like. Well, that's all of the ores down. So let's mine them while we fly. So out of all of those ores, let's see what we ended up getting. Let's see, we got 7 Echo, 23 Ashium, 13 Balmionite, 20 Sparkletine, 34 Gorgonite, 23 Tubium, 26 Escallium, 22 Upaline, 14 Xenium, 28 Pitonite, which is actually a pretty good haul considering the ores that we got. A little low on the Echo, but that's supplemented by the fact that we completed a quest that gave us more Echo. And that's quite nice in and of itself. So what we should be able to do now is craft up some more knowledge ores after I mine probably 2 stacks of the Beniatite here. So let's take care of that real quick. Okay, let's mine all these Beniatite ores so that we get everything taken care of, and we are now at 447 Beniatite, which is perfect for exactly that. So now what we can do is take a bunch of these Beniatite out, and then of course we're going to leave a bunch of them in order to craft up a total of 64 perfect Beniatite, which is going to give us 16 extraordinary Beniatite, which is going to give us 16 star cores, which is going to give us as many of these guys as we can make, which is 9. So we are 2 star cores short of having exactly enough to get ourselves thermal expansion like we need, which is very close. But it's looking like with the amount of time that we spent on this episode that we're going to have to wait for next episode. But in addition to that, what we can do is I'm thinking that we add Trinketer, because not consuming use of trinkets is going to be quite helpful. But I also want to grab ourselves some more Vault Diamonds so that we can just come over here. We can chuck the Vault Diamonds into here, and I can craft up another golden burger, of course, and another set of treasure goggles, but I need more Alexandrite for that. We'll have to mine the Alexandrite ore, but that should be okay and shouldn't be any issues. But we at least have 12 more uses of a burger, but 10 is the other one, so we're good for now. What are we at for pile of neutrons? We should be able to actually complete that guy now, so we get our 2 of those. That's all that we need to get ourselves our neutronium compressor. What am I missing? Did I leave the crystal matrix? Oh, I left the crystal matrix in there. Oh, and I'm missing half of the iron because I need 18. Iron 18 and a neutronium compressor. Okay, I only need 17 iron. Cool. But at least we have an extra iron now. This guy can go, I guess, right here. And that will compress all of our stuff into other stuff. So if we take iron, and I use our iron essence to craft it all up into iron ingots, we get all of our iron ingots right here. We craft them all into blocks of iron. If I take all these guys, I chuck them in here. We need 400 to craft ourselves an iron singularity. We are currently at 100. We are currently at 166. Of course, we get ourselves iron. Chuck as much iron as we need into it. That is going to be utterly perfect. What we can do is we just chuck it. Once it hits it, then it'll craft it into. So we are at that. Can I spill it? Okay, well, it looks like we need to chuck exactly 400 more into it. But we do have an iron singularity now, which is quite amazing. This is going to take me a very long time. So I think we're going to do this in between episodes. So that is going to be the end of this episode. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. GG's, peace, have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Let's see what artifact we got. We got this one, which we already have. Cool. Well, bye-bye.